I think the job of being a teacher is so rewarding in so many ways.
The connection between you and the whole class, that's still unbeatable.
When my pupils are successful, it feels incredible.
I think the greatest thing for me is seeing the pupils that I teach love the subject as much as I do.
I don't think there's any other job where you get the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search Apply to Teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio. With your host, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Here we go.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio episode 630. This is your host, Danny. And yes, I'm still sick. Still sick for a couple of days now. And we have here in the house Mr. Paris, co-host of the show. What's up, Paris?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Good, man.
I've been sick for like the past few days, man. Ugh. Not a great way to start the year, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, it's definitely been a crazy start to the year, regardless. So I feel that.
Very true, man. How's everything, man? Anything new?
No, it's good. It's good. I was tweeting about it a little bit. I finally got that update for the NVIDIA Shield, and I can now do game streaming from my PC to my living room in 4K. It'll do up to 4K 60 frames per second. So I've been testing out some games on Steam, and I've actually been some of the Microsoft games, some of the UWP games, Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon 3. Being able to stream in 4K, and we've been playing it out in the living room and everything. Works great, man. I mean, to me, and this is just, look, I'm not even being funny. It's just real talk. The fact that with Xbox Anywhere, that we can play these Xbox games through the PC. I can play it in 4K ultra settings, and now I can stream it to my big screen TV in the living room too. Just real talk. I don't see a reason for me to own an Xbox console. And the thing about that is, Microsoft is absolutely okay with that, because guess what? I'm still buying their games, right? They created this platform. This is the whole point of them creating this Xbox Anywhere platform. So people have a choice, and this is the perfect example of that. I now can play all my games wherever I want in my house, and it's great, man. I love it. It's pretty good. I'm still testing it out, but I mean, I've seen a few artifact latency things on Gears of War 4, just a little bit, nothing that truly took away from the game or anything. But I mean, like I was playing Witcher 3, dude, you would not even know I was streaming it, from my PC to my living room. It was that flawless. So yeah, I'm definitely digging it, and I'll keep testing it out with some other games as well.
Like some of the games that are really fast, like let's say Forza, how that looks.
Forza was fine. I mean, my son was playing it, and matter of fact, he'd never played Forza because it's rare he comes in here to play in any of the PC games. He's usually just playing on his PlayStation. But the fact that I had it out there, he started playing Forza Horizon 3. He freaking loved it. And like again, it wasn't like he was playing it going, "Oh, Dad, this is laggy," or I can tell that this is streaming. He was just playing it like it was a regular game, and it was fun.
Cool. All right. That's good, man. So P is not joining us this week's episode. He's going to be probably on next time, I believe Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. All right, head over to gamertagradio.com or play.it/gamertag. Listen to our past episodes. And you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and other podcast directories.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so this week we have a lot of voicemails and a lot of emails. So it's time for fan mail.
Fan mail at gamertagradio.com.
All right, so Paris, let's go with the first voicemail. This question is about Resident Evil VR. Check it out.
What's up? My name's Tom. I'm a longtime listener, and I had a question about PSVR. So, I have Resident Evil, and I decided to check it out on PSVR, and it lowers the fidelity so much. Like, it looks so bad that I'm just wondering, have you guys played it for one? And what do you think about something that compromises the experience of the game? I see so many people who are hyped up about it, but I just think it's terrible. And I think that everyone that's hyped up is kind of basically just given in the hype. I just wanted to get your opinion on it, though. Thanks.
All right, so it's Resident Evil 7 VR, by the way. Thanks for the call. Paris, I have the game. I only have it on Xbox One. Shout out to Camcom for sending us the code and stuff. And I finally finished the game last night. Love it. One of the scariest Resident Evil games in years, I believe. Very, very, like, the voice acting is great. Story is really good. And I know at first when you see it, you're probably thinking, like, how this relates to the past, previous Resident Evil games. And it does. You got to play the game and you see that it relates to a lot with Resident Evil and stuff. But a lot of twists, very entertaining. But the most important thing which I love horror games, it is scary as hell, man. So what happened when I first started playing the game, I was playing this on normal, and I got stuck like early in the game, and I decided to play on easy because I wanted to know more about the story, figure out the puzzles. So when I play it again, when you finish easy or normal, you will also unlock like a new difficult mode. It's called, I believe, Madhouse. I can't remember exactly the name, but so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and play it. So I haven't played the VR version yet, but I've been hearing the same thing with other friends that have the game on the PlayStation 4. They saying the experience is very, very different, and they prefer to play just the TV version and stuff. So, Paris, I know you played VR here and there for the PlayStation, haven't you, or not?
I've still never played on PlayStation VR, only on Oculus and Vive.
I mean, why do you think this is happening? Do you think it's because it's just a different type of gameplay? The software is, or is it maybe the specs? Could the PlayStation 4 Pro make it even better, the experience, or what are your thoughts about all this?
No, I've been saying this from even before all this stuff started coming out, that just VR overall, while having experienced it and I understand the future of it, and the future of it's very bright. These are 1.0 products. PlayStation VR is a 1.0 product, whether it be on the Pro or just a regular PlayStation 4, like Tom is saying, it lowers the fidelity. You're not going to have that same fidelity experience as if you're playing it on your TV, which, like you're saying, people that are playing Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation VR are opting to just play it the normal way. VR is not ready yet. I've been saying this for the longest. This is still a 1.0 product. Let's get the bugs worked out. Like you're saying, let's get the hardware specs bumped up more so that we do have 1-for-1 fidelity, be it. Because look, I think VR is going to work when you can have VR in 4K, for example, right? When VR is in 4K and you can be immersed into the thing and they have true gaming experiences, they still, in my opinion, just my opinion, I could be wrong, they still got to figure out the control scheme on it, because that's the other thing that's going to take you out of the immersion is you still know you're playing a game. I mean, despite you being in a 360 degree world, like you're immersed into the world, it's still not there yet. It's almost there. Like I said, I totally see the potential of VR. Again, this is why I think, Microsoft is most likely going to wait on VR, and we're not going to see it in 2017, because I think we need to see that next breakthrough of VR to where everyone can point to and go, oh, that's it. That's the sweet spot. That's what we were looking for. And then you're going to start seeing all these instead of gaming experiences, you're going to see true games. And then we're going to start seeing, like I said, the true potential of VR is going to be on the social side of it, where like I gave the scenario a long time ago, when we can do this podcast where it's like we're all sitting together and doing it, but it's in VR. Yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's when you can start doing crazy stuff like that. That's going to be the sweet spot for VR. So I, and Tom, thank you for the voicemail. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. So for those that are still running about the whole Resident Evil 7 game and so on, I'm probably going to be talking more about the game on the next episode of GTR. So stay tuned. But I've been having a blast. So stay tuned with that. All right, so the next voicemail, this is from a new listener. He found us on Spotify.
Hey, what's going on, Gamer Tag Radio? I'm fairly new to your show. I just started listening to it on Spotify. I really love the show. Really love the work you guys are doing, spreading the word, spreading the info about all the video games that we need to hear about and whatnot. But my question pertains to the Nintendo Switch. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard plenty of questions about it already so far. I've heard a lot of people talk about how the console is just going to be a portable Wii U. And I kind of feel like that's not the case. I did a little bit of research, and apparently NVIDIA has their hardware inside the console. And it seems that most people are saying they're putting Pascal in it. So if that's the case, why would people think the console will be so weak? I feel like it might be as powerful as the Xbox One, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I am, no big deal. But I just want to know your guys' thoughts on how you think the console will fare out once it gets released and how powerful it will become once it gets released. I also heard that the console is more powerful when it's docked. So if that's the case, let me know.
All right, Nintendo Switch. Once again, Paris, this topic is not going to go away until the release of the console. He wants to know, do you think this console is still weak or whatnot? I don't think so. I think it's more powerful than their previous console, than the Wii U. And I think, is it more powerful than the Xbox 360? That I don't know. Your thoughts?
Well, no, I thought he was saying the Xbox One. Or did I not hear?
Oh, Xbox One? Okay. Right. I thought you said 360.
Yeah, I thought he was saying it would be as powerful as the Xbox One. But here's the thing. Yeah, just answer a couple of his questions. And, thank you being a new listener from Spotify. Yeah, when I say, it's just a portable Wii U, it has nothing to do with power. Again, that's not Nintendo's strategy regardless. They're not trying to be the most powerful system out there. They don't need to be the most powerful system to create their unique experiences with what they do with games. The point I was making about it being a portable Wii U is it's just literally the natural next progression going from the Wii to the Wii U and now the Switch. Yeah. In that the Wii U introduced the thing with the controller, with the screen on it. You could take that controller in your house and go play the game in another room. Whereas now they're saying with the Switch, you can take the game wherever you go, right? And he is correct that when you dock the system, it actually, and again, Nintendo has not been 100% on all the specs. We don't know everything about it, but from what I've read and seen, it sounds like when you dock it, it does overclock that NVIDIA chip that's in there. And that's where you can get, like Zelda, for example, runs at 900p because it is giving it a power boost. It most likely is close in power to something like an Xbox One, maybe not as, but probably close to. But again, I don't think that matters. I know some people are knocking Nintendo for not having a true 1080p 60 frames per second experience on the Switch, but they've never been known for doing anything like that. So I don't think it matters that Zelda is native 900p and it's going to upscale to 1080p when it's docked. And like we know, it's 720p when you play it on the portable screen. So, I mean, I'm fine with all that coming from the Switch as far as the power goes. I don't think it matters.
The last episode of GTR, we had a caller that asked us a question about battery life, depending how long you charge your Nintendo Switch. And it was our bad that we didn't even answer his question. So I removed that part of the voicemail because I wanted us to talk about it on this episode. And so I'm going to play it very quick, and we'll go from there too.
Hey, what's up, Gamertag? It's Benny Corona calling back. I had left a previous voicemail, but my question is, if I leave it docked on the docking station, essentially, that has the HDMI out, is there a mode at some point, and can somebody ask whoever at Nintendo the question that, when you put a docking station and the device to the docking station, will that kill the battery if the battery no longer needs to be recharged, but yet it's still connected to that docking station for the purpose of outputting the video from that portable to the TV? I had to put that out there. Just wanted to know what you guys have on that, and keep up the good work, man. Good to go.
So Paris, he wants to know most of the time when we have the Nintendo Switch on the dock, just charging at the same time playing our game, is that also gonna make the battery weaker through time? Just because we have it there connected because we're playing on the screen, because Nintendo really never even answered that question at all to the media.
Yeah, I mean, again, it just comes down to the thing that Nintendo hasn't yet gotten into the details behind this. Honestly, I think we're not going to really know the answer to things like that until the Switch releases and people have it in their hands, and then we could judge for ourselves. I don't think Nintendo is even going to talk about that prior to launch.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I'm wondering, is it possible for us to also remove the battery and buy a new battery later on? That's another thing that they should tell us too, So we'll see. Okay, this is one from Alfredo. All right, this is from Alfredo. He was like, hey, I said it before and I'll say it again. Nintendo needs to stop making consoles and just be a game publisher, maybe in a few years. When the Nintendo Switch has lackluster sales, they will move toward this. It will be a huge win for gamers. Imagine playing Mario on your Xbox One or PlayStation. This is from Alfredo. Thanks, Alfredo. Paris, do you think that Nintendo should make games for other consoles instead of for the Nintendo Switch?
No. And I know I've seen other people talking about this. I want Nintendo to keep being Nintendo, to keep being this unique voice in the gaming industry and not do what Sega did. And I think Sega kind of had no choice, but Sega went third party, and look at Sega today, right? Everyone thought, Sega going third party is going to be such a great thing. Here we are, probably 15 years later now since they've done that, and it didn't work out that great. I'd rather Nintendo because Nintendo, see, here's the thing. As much as people might think that I'm grumpy with Nintendo and he ain't getting a Switch and all this stuff, Nintendo they invented Rumble. They invent now with the Switch. They're pushing the genre forward again with this hybrid console portable device. The Joy-Con controllers are a new innovation from them. They innovate on the hardware side. They don't just keep doing the same thing over and over. They don't copy what their competition does. Whereas if you look at the competition, Sony and Microsoft have 100% copied Nintendo over the years on a multitude of things. Remember the avatars, things like that.
I tell you another one.
One more. Connect and Move are directly copies from the Wii. You know what I mean? With the whole motion control. Mm-hmm. So it's like when I see those kind of innovations, absolutely, I don't want Nintendo to go away as a hardware manufacturer. I want them to keep doing this stuff.
And believe it or not, who started with the L and R buttons? It was Nintendo.
Yeah.
Who was the one that started the select and start button? It was Nintendo. It wasn't other companies.
Who created the first wireless controller? That was That was Nintendo. This is my point. They innovate. Like I said, Sony and Microsoft actually are the ones that copy. Yeah, they might be more powerful on the hardware side, just as far as specs and everything. But the unique things that Nintendo does with hardware, they're the leaders of that. And no, I don't want them to go away. And, I hope the Switch is very successful so they can keep making hardware. So that's my point. But I appreciate him for the email.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. All right, let's play another voicemail. And this is, again, about Nintendo Switch.
Hey, guys, this is Joe Arroyo from San Antonio. I'm just letting y'all know that I seen the light and I canceled my Nintendo Switch pre-order. It was mainly due to a tweet by Paris. He kind of made me see the light of day and made me realize that it's just way too expensive, man. I realized I was going to end up spending $500 in games and accessories, basically to have someone play with me on Mario Kart, and my bonus would be Donkey Kong Jr., which is my favorite character. And I just got to thinking, it's really not that worth it for me, but maybe for you guys, yeah, I can understand. I do see a lot of good games coming out in March, like Mass Effect and Wildlands. And my question is, when can we start seeing your early impressions on the game after all your visits? I know you guys are locked down with certain restrictions. I was just curious how soon we can expect that. Thanks, guys. Love what you guys are doing.
He has seen the light. And he canceled the Nintendo Switch pre-order Thank you, Paris, for telling other people to cancel.
I did not tell anyone to cancel. So no,
I know.
No, so Joe, I appreciate the voicemail. Here's the thing: just like I praise Nintendo, was like, hey, I don't want them to go away as a hardware manufacturer. This is the crap that will make them go away as a hardware manufacturer because they overprice all their stuff. You know what I mean? And like he said, he did the math on it. And by the time he bought all the accessories and everything that he needed to enjoy his Switch the way he wants, he's spending over $500. To me, that's ridiculous. And look, I'll be the dummy that does the same thing at the end of the year. It's like, maybe this is Nintendo's plan. They're like, look, you can complain all you want, but eventually we're going to get you and you're going to spend our prices, right? So maybe that's their strategy. But I hope that their overpriced accessories don't wind up being a deterrent from the average consumer from picking up the Switch long term. Look, everyone that's getting it right now, this is the hardcore crowd. We're going to get it because we're the hardcore crowd. I'm talking about, again, I always use my wife as an example. If my wife went with me and she had to get something for the kids, she's going to look at the Switch and go, man, damn, this is expensive. You know what I mean? And especially when you compare it to the fact that you can get an Xbox One S, because I do fat kid deals on Twitter. If you're not following them, you should. I see it every day. They're promoting the Battlefield 1 Xbox One S for $219. I see a PlayStation 4 Pro from them every day for $350. But then you look at the Switch, it's $300. That's where you have to ask, what's the better value to you, right? The portability of the Switch or the big power that you're going to get from the Xbox One S or the PlayStation 4 Pro? You know what I mean? And that's why I've said from the get, I get $300 for the Switch. It's not a ridiculous price, but I still think the sweet spot for them would have been $250. And I think the thing that's really hurting them long term, not short term, because all this stuff is selling out right now, is like, I look at that Pro Control, I think that's overpriced. I look, if you have to replace the Joy-Cons, those are overpriced. You know, the dock is, in my opinion, is overpriced. So that could be the deterrent long term for them as far as price goes. And like Joe is saying, you know, yeah, I put out a tweet where, well, actually someone tweeted at me and then I retweeted it with a quote. And I was just like, yeah, man, I'm going to wait till the end of the year. There'll probably be a Mario Odyssey bundle. You know, I think I even said this last week, but, you know, and I don't need a Switch right now. So I can wait because I don't have to rush out to go get Zelda immediately. So I'm going to wait it out, see what the price landscape looks like, and hopefully some of the stuff will drop in price by the end of the year.
So, all right. So he wants to know about our review or impressions of Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I already posted a video. You got to see it, right, Paris? The video?
Yeah, I saw it.
It looks good, right? Like, it looks good. Yeah, I had a blast playing the game, big time. Like, I was playing this for, I believe, from 3:30 all the way to like 8. So we had 2 sessions. I think I talked about in the last episode of GTR. You know, single player, and then we also test out the co-op experience. And I love the co-op, man. I love it because we have the freedom to do whatever we want. We could go anywhere we want. Now, remember, too, certain areas you go in the game, it's a lot harder, man. It's going to be tough. So you have to have a pretty good squad and that have a lot of skills if you think you could manage to beat those certain areas that are like really, really tough. So, and to you, Paris, too, I know you played it last year, and we've been to now multiple events about Ghost Recon. You know, what are your thoughts so far? I know we talked about it in the last episode, but, you know, for people that haven't heard it yet.
No, I mean, I've not played it since E3, and I'm assuming the game has probably changed since that time. Like when Pete and I went to France and went to the Paris studio, you know, we just got the studio tour. We got to sit down with the developers and, you know, we talked about the game, but we didn't actually get hands-on with it. And like I said, I was supposed to go to this event with you and finally get hands-on with it, but, you know, my flight got canceled. I mean, like I said, it was my favorite game of E3, you know, playing it. I had a blast because, like you said, with the co-op, the fact that you can drop in co-op, go into Bolivia and just do whatever you want. You know, you can tackle anything however you want to tackle it. I think that's a great appeal to this game. And, you know, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it when it comes out. Like the conundrum that I'm having is, what system do I play it on? Do I play it? Because, again, you knuckleheads will play it on Xbox, so I won't be playing with you. So
wait, Pete confirmed that he's getting the Xbox version?
Yeah, we talked offline. But do I get it on PlayStation and, maybe I get some of my Destiny bros to play with me, or do I jump in and play it on PC? Right now I'm leaning towards PC. I think I'm just going to get it on PC.
Really?
And
you know what I think, Paris? I think we talked about this sometime last year, because we talked about like Destiny 2 and the PC version or PlayStation, which version should go. And honestly, I think that, to me, where the majority of the people that you know and you have like them on your friend list, I think you should go towards that. I know in the past it was like that for you for Xbox 360 and stuff. And I think now that you have a lot of people that you know, a lot of people that you played with, with Destiny and everything through your PlayStation account, I think you should go get the PlayStation version instead of the PC.
No, I'm not listening to you.
I'm just saying.
No,
you're gonna be lonely there. You're gonna be lonely meeting random people.
Actually, Danny, no, I won't.
Yes,
no, I won't. I got. So here's the thing, and I did this on PlayStation, and I've done the same thing on PC. I go outside my comfort zone. That's why, I have hundreds of friends on Xbox that, quite honest with you, I haven't played with any of these guys in probably over a year, honestly, right?
Okay,
and. Yeah, I've built up. I got out of my comfort zone playing on Destiny, and I've built up this huge friends list through playing on Destiny and some other games on PlayStation. So, yeah, I got a lot of PlayStation friends as well. But I also play on PC. People forget I play on PC. It's not like this brand new thing for me. So, no, I have a good friends list. So I don't need your suggestion. I'll go play on PC. And no, I won't be lonely. How about that?
Damn.
No, but here's the thing. All jokes aside, I haven't played a lot of Ubisoft games on PC, so I have to see how Uplay works with the friends list thing and all that. So yeah, I may need to reach out and get some friends specifically to play Ghost Recon. But as far as my Steam's friends list goes, yeah, I got plenty of people on there, and it's funny because I've been playing Battlefield 1 on Origin. I didn't realize how many people I had on Origin, so I got a lot of people on Origin too. So it's all good. Look. The thing is, go outside your comfort zone. Don't stick to just one system and one friends list. Have friends across all systems. That's how it should be, in my opinion.
Okay.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Take it out.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
All right, this is another voicemail all the way from Florida.
Hi, good morning, GTR crew. This is Amash Mata from Jacksonville, Florida. Man, the Nintendo Switch, there's still so many questions left unanswered, and we're at 6 weeks and counting left before this thing is released. And I'm wondering, how is this thing going to look docked to my 4K TV? Is the image going to be blurry and 900 pixel image going to be blurry, or is the pixels going to turn to squares? And what exactly is being carried forward on my digital account? I mean, on my PSN and Xbox side, I got games that I could trace all the way back to the beginning of those accounts. And I can't get anything from Nintendo. All right, thanks. Okay, bye.
First of all, thanks for the voicemail. How the Nintendo Switch is going to look on a 4K TV? It's going to look small or what? I don't have a 4K TV, so I really can't answer that question because I don't know how it is. Paris, you have a 4K TV. When you play a game that is not 4K, how does it look on the TV and stuff? Do you think that's going to affect the gameplay? Like, let's say we get a brand new Nintendo Switch. Is that going to look different on a 4K TV?
No, it'll be fine. I mean, think about it. If you have an Xbox One S right now, or just a regular PlayStation, well, I shouldn't even say a One S because it upscales 4K. But if you just have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 right now, you're playing games on a 4K TV, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's not an issue. Like, my kids play the Wii U on it, and I mean, it's fine. I don't look at it and go, oh, this is blurry, or oh, this is wrong. As a matter of fact, we got the NES Classic, and that's old school 8-bit graphics on a 4K TV. Looks fine. It's no issue.
Okay. Cool. Let's go with another voicemail. And wow, this is a good one. Again, Nintendo Switch. It's not going anywhere. Let's play the voicemail right now.
Hey, Gamertag Radio. I've been listening to you guys since 2010. Back in the day
riding the bus to high school and all that. But anyways, I got a question. So I pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know what to do because I don't like Zelda. Like, I do not know what to do. Like, should I just cancel it or, excuse my language, but I just don't know what to do, man. What do you think I should do? I got it pre-ordered. I might flip it and sell it, but I'm not sure. Because there's no launch games at all. Like, I don't like Zelda. Zelda's not my type of game. So I don't know, man. I like the console, just no games. I just don't know what to do, man. I got it pre-ordered. Yes. Got any advice?
All right, thanks for the voicemail. And I'll tell you this, man. I'm a huge fan of Nintendo. I pre-ordered the console because of Zelda, and I'm just hype about the whole concept of taking this console out on the go. If you're not a fan of Zelda, then honestly, you shouldn't pre-order the Switch. I think you should cancel this unless you want to try something new and play Zelda for the first time, or play some other games that's coming out that month or during the launch window. Then stay with it. But if not, cancel it. Like I don't know why would you pre-order this like that on the right away. Maybe because of the whole hype and everything. So that's my opinion. Paris, do you agree or no?
Oh, excuse me. I mean, for the most part, I agree. I mean, I'll just say this. You know, he probably, and again, I'm just assuming here, he probably fed into the hype and rushed out and pre-ordered it day one, which I'm sure a lot of people did. And now that the dust is kind of settling, he's looking at it and going, wait, the only game on this that's worth it at launch is Zelda, and he's not a Zelda fan. So in that sense, yeah, I mean, look, if you got the disposable income and you already have the Switch and you want to keep it, keep it. But if you're looking at it like, hey, I'm not going to play this thing anytime soon, cancel it. Let someone else have the opportunity to pick up the Switch that might appreciate it more. And then when there are games for the Switch, kind of like I'm doing down the road, then you go pick one up. You know what I mean? And everybody wins.
Yeah.
Because again, the hardcore fans will pick this up day one. Like again, Mandy is a perfect example. Mandy does not have a Wii U. She is a huge Zelda fan. This is the only way she can experience Zelda. So instead of buying a Wii U and buying Zelda with that, which might be a little cheaper at this point, why not just go ahead and get the Switch now and get Zelda and enjoy it? So I totally get why she's doing it. I totally get why you're doing it. Look, I love Zelda, but with so many games coming out early on, and the fact that I could potentially just play it on the Wii U if I want, I don't necessarily need a Switch right now, and that's why I'm waiting. And I don't think there's any wrong answer if you want to get it right now or if you want to wait. It's your money, right? So spend it how you want.
Yep. Thanks for the voicemail, man. Keep on sending voicemails and emails. We'll read it on the show or play your voicemail on the show. All right, this is from another caller, first-time listener.
Hey there, fellas. This is Marcos' first-time listener. I just wanted to say, listening to the recent episode 629, one of the things I wanted to point out is that some of the games on the PlayStation Pro are native 4K, such as Thumper and a couple other titles that I can't remember on the top of my head. But if the PlayStation Pro is able to run games at 4K, native 4K, then I'm pretty sure that the Xbox Scorpio can as well. It seems to me it looks like that Microsoft is just basically taking all the ideas from Sony and looking how the Pro works and basically adapting their techniques and doing the same. And also, I don't know if you guys realized on their website, Microsoft's website, they've shown recently that all the different specs of the upcoming Scorpio project. If you recently seen recent update on the website, they've actually toned down the VR speak. There's not too much VR talk on the Scorpio specs anymore. Wondering maybe they're kind of backing off of that. Who knows? Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Thanks for doing your thing, guys, and keep doing it.
All right, so on episode 29, we talked about Xbox Scorpio and everything. Is Microsoft copying the ideas from Sony?
I would say no. I think what they're doing is they're copying the current state of rendering technology. I mean, look, Sony just basically beat them to the punch, obviously, with the Pro. And again, this is all rumor and speculation. Realistically, we don't know what the hell the Scorpio is going to be when Phil Spencer steps on stage, right? We don't know. We will probably get more insight to it at GDC, because Microsoft is obviously going to want to start rolling out dev kits to these developers, and they're going to talk to them more directly. And you'll probably start seeing leaks from developers as they're starting to ramp up and make games for Scorpio. But if we go by what Digital Foundry has uncovered, and this is all speculation, yeah, it sounds like they're going to have to render some of their games, to hit 4K. Again, does it matter? I cannot stress that enough. Does it really matter? I don't think any Sony, they didn't invent checkerboard rendering, right? So Microsoft is just doing what they need to do to hit the 4K spec. Now, look, like I said last week, there may have been some marketing speak going on there with the whole true 4K gaming. We'll see at E3. E3 will tell the tale. At that point, then we can judge Microsoft if they were telling the truth a year ago or not. You know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, regardless of whatever the power of Project Scorpio may be, or the power of PlayStation 4 Pro, both of them will allow you to play your games in 4K on your 4K television and in HDR. End of the day, that's good enough for me for right now. Which, again, if you're a power hog and you just got to have the best experience, go build a PC. Because you can then build it and make it as powerful as you want, and you can have all the 4K ultra native to your heart's content. You know what I mean? But if you want to play it on a console, then there's always going to be compromises with a console compared to what you can do on a PC. That's just fact. That's why consoles are cheaper than PCs. Period. You know what I mean? So I just say enjoy it. I really think we need to get away from all this console war, who's doing what stuff. Just enjoy the games on the platform that you want to buy, and just leave it at that.
And like I said, man, power doesn't matter in my opinion. I think having fun overall doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter if it's like a graphic, like big time game, open world, whatever it is. Power is not everything, man. It's about having fun.
Exactly.
In my opinion, so.
Oh, one more thing that he said, just to touch on, we did see this week or last week or whatever, it's such a blur, that Microsoft quietly removed the VR stuff from the Scorpio website from their fact page. So this kind of, again, leads into what I was speculating, that I don't think they're going to chase VR this year. I don't think VR is going to be the focus of Project Scorpio year one. I think we'll probably see VR be the focus in year two.
Now, what are the chances of this happening, Paris? This is my Miss Leo prediction.
Hey, darling, this is certified psychic Miss Leo. The guys at Gamertag Radio have pulled me out of retirement to give them some free readings. So I've been using the power of the tarot cards to look into the future, baby. And I've given them my predictions. You hear me?
I think that, they removed it, but I think they might have a new partnership deal with Oculus, where they might have a new version of their VR, especially for Xbox One Scorpio for 2018. So like Samsung has a deal with Oculus. It's like a very cheap version of VR for their mobile devices. And you could also get Oculus for PC and everything. I think they will create a new version. It's going to be between that, the mobile version, and PC. That's going to be cheaper than the PC version for Xbox One Scorpio. Come out and announce that big partnership during E3. I mean, in my opinion, that's the main reason why I would like to buy Scorpio, is because of the whole VR thing. Besides the whole 4K, what else this console could do? And I think this could be it.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. And I don't think they're going to partner with Oculus, by the way. But like I said, I think they're going to wait to 2018 for VR. I think they're going to do something we're not even seeing. And let's also factor in this when it comes to VR. Look at the sales of PlayStation VR. Microsoft has to be looking at that, and they probably don't want to hitch their wagon to something that's not selling. They probably want to wait until they see a solution that actually is going to sell before they start promoting it, which would make sense. But let me ask you this question. So you don't have 4K TV. Like I said, doesn't look like VR is going to come to Scorpio year one. Would you buy a Scorpio? With if there's no VR, you don't have a 4K TV, would you buy a Scorpio?
They had to show me something for me to buy it. Like something that is like, wow, I can't do that on my Xbox One S. Then I'll decide.
Well, and here's the thing. Remember, Scorpio games will play on Xbox One and vice versa. It's the whole forward and backwards compatibility thing. So that's not going to be an incentive, because if Crackdown 3 is on Scorpio, then you're going to have that same gameplay experience on Xbox One S, because that's the thing. They can't put a feature that's Scorpio exclusive. So gameplay wise, they both should be the same, right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the PlayStation 4 Pro. My son and I play Destiny together. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, other than it's up-resing it to 4K, there's really not a difference. We're playing the same exact game. Same with Uncharted and all that kind of stuff. So like Horizon's about to come out. You know, other than the fact that it's in 4K, they're the same game. So, yeah, I like I said, I guess I'm asking myself the same question. If I didn't have a 4K TV, what would be the point? You know, you might as well.
That's the situation I'm having right now. Yeah. I just don't know. Like, you know, I had a reason why before. Now that they removed VR from the website, now I'm kind of like, man, should I even buy this? Or should I just wait? Or should I just wait until they announce something big during E3 that will make me want to buy a Scorpio? You know, the only thing that I can think of is maybe the experience is a lot faster. Everything is just smooth when it comes to like loading time, or the dashboard's a lot faster too. Like that's the only thing maybe is going to be better. But honestly, that is not the main reason why I would buy a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Especially for that price for $399, if it's $399.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, curious.
Now my question to you, Paris, do you think it was a waste of money for you that you bought a PlayStation 4 Pro now? Because you really had another one. You had another one, so was it worth it?
Yeah, because I have a 4K TV.
But let's say you do have a 4K TV and you're still having fun, and you don't want to waste another, more money, $399. Well, you still would have done it, or you could have waited.
Wait, you're saying if I didn't have a 4K TV, would I have bought a Pro?
No. If you have a 4K TV,
right?
But why would you just buy it just because of the 4K?
Yeah.
That's the main reason you bought it?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I bought it, because it was 4K and it's doing HDR. It's like, in other words, I can now fully take advantage of my television with my game console. You know what I mean? The funny thing is, my PC doesn't even, I don't even have a game that does HDR on my PC. You know, so the Pro, actually, if I want to do 4K and HDR, the Pro is where I would do it at right now, versus the PC. So for me, and we talked about this last year, for me, having a 4K TV, the Pro was targeting me. I was the target audience for the Pro. You were not the target audience for the Pro or even the Scorpio right now, because you don't have a 4K TV. These products are targeted at people that have 4K TVs that can do HDR. If you have that, then it makes sense to get them. If you don't, no point. That's what, like I say, my son has the regular PlayStation 4. He plays it on a non-4K TV, and he's fine. There's no issue. He's not missing out on anything, playing on that on a 1080p TV. I have a 4K TV. So, like, for example, that patch that came out for Uncharted 4, playing Uncharted 4 in 4K is not amazing, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, like, when Horizon comes out, that's going to be beautiful in 4K and with the HDR effects and all that stuff. So I'm just taking advantage of all the equipment that I have. So in my scenario, it works. If you don't have a 4K TV, I don't think anyone listening to this should pick up Project Scorpio or PlayStation 4 Pro until you get a 4K TV. And that's just the God honest truth. I think you're wasting your money if you get one before then. And we know there's going to be hardcore people that will do that, but there will also be people that, because Project Scorpio is coming out, will get Scorpio and then they will upgrade to a 4K TV just for that. And that's the whole point that I'm making is if it's 4K, if you care enough about 4K, you're probably going to upgrade your television at the same time.
I don't know. I'm still debating. It all depends on what they announce during E3. I will make my final decision based on that. And honestly, if they announce new games that's coming out during the holiday season, and it works on my Xbox One S, then I could do that instead than buying a new console. So we'll see. Now, if I had a 4K TV, then yeah, Paris, I will go and buy an Xbox One Scorpio right away. So just want to say that. All right, so thanks everybody for sending all these voicemails and also a couple emails. We're going to read more during the next episode of GTR. There's a lot more that we couldn't read and stuff. So Paris, anything else you want to bring up before we head out?
I have a mini rant that you probably didn't even know I was going to mention this, but I'll just say this. We in the gaming industry get a lot of crap of being it's an immature industry. Let me put it that way. In that there was something that happened this week that really got on my nerves that I saw from a prompt. Hey, I'm not saying names. I'm just dance around this. Okay. From a person that we know that did something on a YouTube video, basically encouraging people to go after a female video game writer. I will leave it at that. You can search it and figure out who this is and what happened from there. But we got to knock this crap off. We really do. We need to grow up as an industry. Maybe, again, I'm too old. I'm 43 and I'm looking at the grumpy old man get off my lawn. But we do so much stupid things in this video game industry that gives us a bad rap to the rest of everyone else, right? Everyone on the outside looking in just think we're a bunch of kids, just playing games and doing stupid stuff. When in reality, there are so many high level and intelligent conversations that we can have about video games. Video games it's art. It really is. And we need to get away from this childish behavior that we have of shaming someone because they don't agree with your opinion. How high school is that? It's so ridiculous. And I'm so tired of it. It to the point, and I'm telling the truth, Danny, I've never said this to you. To the point, it makes me not want to do this. Seriously, because I'm really too old to be dealing with this. I really am. And
but Paris, you can't feel that.
Yes, I can. Yeah, no, let me
not feel, but like, why are you gonna just stop?
I'm not
something that we love to do.
I'm not. But the point is, it crosses my mind. Is what I'm saying, and it's ridiculous that even has to cross my mind. And that, put it this way, I shouldn't have to feel slightly embarrassed to talk about video games with some of my friends that aren't in video games. It should be a thing of pride. Right? That, hey, I'm in this industry. I get to do all these cool things. I get to talk to this person that makes this game and all that, blah, 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 blah. That's why I do this, because I do take a sense of pride in that. But then when I see stuff like I saw this week, it's like, dude, really? Really? Come on, let's grow up. Let's stop acting like children. Seriously. And I get, we have young listeners. We have teenage kids. Hey, you're going to do the things that you do. I'm talking about the people that are our age, or are adults that have kids and all that, and they're still doing this crazy stuff. That's what just absolutely blows my mind. And I just had to rant about that. If I'm off base, tweet at me, email us, voicemail, or whatever, but I'm just tired of it. I really am. And I just say, as an industry, we need to grow up and treat video games the way they should be, as art, and respect them as art, because they are. This whole process and everything that we do with video games, it's amazing. The people that make video games are amazing, and we need to treat it the way that it should be, instead of all this fanboy, just social media nonsense that we go through. It's ridiculous.
I'll mention this because I know we talked a lot about this behind the scenes, Paris, and then also Pete. I mentioned this. I've been working now at Discovery now for 15 years or so. And Monday actually is going to be my last day there at Discovery. And it's time for me to move on and do new things and everything, And one of the first things I mentioned to Paris and to Pete is that right now it's for me to make a change and make more moves and do a lot of things behind the scenes and stuff. And, when I heard this story about what this person said on the YouTube video and on Twitter, and I believe on Facebook and so on, about harassing other people, that made me, I got angry. I got really, really angry behind the scenes. But it's like, negative things like that, I'm just going to ignore and just concentrate on the things that we do, the things that we love to do, and positive moves, man, at the same time, because people like that, it's embarrassing for our industry and stuff. But at the same time, little things like that, when people finally see that, and they are going to stop supporting people like that, man. And eventually they will go away. And that's what I've been doing for years, man. Just concentrating on the good thing, you know. Paris, the reason why I'm still doing this is because, you know, having you and Pete there, and also our friends that we know in the industry that are very passionate on the things that we do. That's the reason why I'm still doing this, man. You know, I get motivated seeing people like Spawn on Me doing their thing, and you know, Phoenix, that he has a podcast too that he started with you back then because of the website you started with him, you know. So, you know, yeah, there's a lot of bad things out there, Paris, but I think the good outshines the bad. And that's the reason why I'm still doing this, and that's the reason why I'm motivated to do like big things now, that I'm not gonna be working on my job now. And I feel like change is good, and I'm motivated to do bigger things now. You know what I'm saying? So let's focus on that, Paris.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. And it's like, you know, you and I were talking offline about this already anyways. It's like, look, things happen for a reason. You know, you're moving on to bigger and better things. And that's just the way it should be. You know, I kind of said this talking about something else, but it's just true in life, period. Get out of your comfort zone. We all have to get out of our comfort zone on certain things to be better. To succeed in life, you have to be uncomfortable. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over. You have to try. You have to try and do something new. And look, a lot of times you're going to fail, but it's that failure that's going to motivate you to do something even bigger and better, right? That's just the one thing I've learned in life. That's the thing I tell my kids. And it's what drives me every day when I get up and go to work is do something new. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something different, right? Be successful, because I want to be a successful person in life. You want to be a successful person in life. So 100% agree with you on that. And you're right. This podcast that we do, look, let me back up for a second. I ranted, and I want to say this to certain people that may listen to this and say, you know, you can be high and mighty. It's like, I'm not being high and mighty. I'm just giving my opinion, because we're all entitled to an opinion, and I'm not perfect. I say stupid stuff and do stupid things all the time because I'm a human being. You know what I mean? Yep. But the point is, you got to be accountable for this stuff. When you make a mistake, you need to be accountable and own up to it. And that's the only way that you can get through life. So just anyone that's thinking, you know, I'm just preaching and think my stuff doesn't stink. Of course my stuff stinks. But the point is, I'm accountable for myself. And if you call me out, I will own up to something. And that's all I'm saying on that. But going back to what you're saying, you know, you're doing what you got to do. And, you know, I'm proud of you. And like I said, you brought me into this podcasting thing from the jump anyways, you know, over 10 years ago at this point. And I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. And obviously, you know, you got my support. You know, Pete has my support. You know, we're all brothers and all that good stuff. And we have many friends and everything out there in that industry that we love and respect. And, you know, we're all out there grinding, doing our thing. And that's the point that I'm just trying to make is there's so many good things out here in this industry. Let's not ruin it over stupid stuff, over childish stuff. Let's just keep moving forward, make this industry bigger and better. And, you know, like you love to say, let's just keep making moves, man, because that's what it all comes down to. Just keep making moves and make everything better.
Definitely, man. So on that note, we're going to wrap it up here, episode 630. Head over to gamertagradio.com or play.it/gamertag. And you could also find us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and other podcast directories.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so stay tuned. Episode 631 coming out this Thursday. We have a lot of cool stuff coming in the future too, and stay tuned. All right, until next time, we're out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.